What are you looking at, human? Well, today on the O.R.C, it's childhood cartoons and what they've become. I'm Trag'Rigor, son of Trag'Rigor, slayer of half-wit halflings. With so many new takes on old shows, is it not a wonder why or how someone who grew up with them could then horrifically mutilate one? Today I'll cover 5 movies made from the remains of childhood cartoons. And we start with 1987's Masters of the Universe. An obsession with futuristic and or barbaric themes flooded the 80s action movies, I should say, which ultimately played a large part in how this movie was depicted. Where was the weak young man and his cowardly cat being magically transformed into powerful warriors? Where was the medieval mystical weapons and choreographed fight scenes? Too much of movies like Terminator, Conan the Destroyer, and Rambo influenced it, and not enough of the cartoon itself. Next, 1990's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Obviously a favorite of mine, as they too are green, so there will be some bias. This movie took more direction from the comic book's serious tone rather than the cartoon's jokes. However, this was, in my opinion, a good thing. Like Tim Burton's Batman, both movies had a darker theme to them. That darker theme would prove to be too much for many parents and eventually affect the sequels, where even the use of the Turtles' iconic weapons almost became prohibited and instead replaced with sausage chucks and other random objects. God damn it. And now 2007's Transformers. Focusing on Sam was not only untrue to the cartoon, but showed the director's lack of ability to humanize the Cybertronians, neither Autobots nor Decepticons. The only good takeaway from this movie was the characters' designs. As so much of the humor seemed forced, it drove a wedge between that and the darkness of death when it occurred. Most of this movie was off point when relating to the cartoons. So it was to no one's surprise when the sequels were foul, horrific, utter garbage. Then came 2014's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everything about this movie was like a cyst-infested, bloated cow's corpse. How is it these 4 turtles became 9 feet tall when the rodent was the constant human factor in their mutation? Even if one could explain away the height, why then would anyone train a 9-foot-tall, monstrously bulked, green mutant turtle to be a ninja? Why not an axe-wielding warrior rampaging through the streets, cutting down any who stood in its way? Atop this, the director then had to make the Shredder even more formidable, just to give his grotesquely morphed mutants a semi-believable challenge. This movie was a sad mistake, and unfortunately more is to come. If anything can be gleaned from Michael Bay's follies, is that some creative aspects of cartoons should remain outside the realm of movies. Until next week, stay out of my way, humans!